Hello and welcome back to another episode on the AE Racing YouTube channel. And today we're all the way in South Devon doing a bit of autocross in this little beauty.
More importantly, Rob's doing the autocross.
First race ever.
First race ever. And if you step back slightly, he has the power of God behind him.
We are blessed with the pope.
This little beauty of a motor is a guy called Carl Rafferty. It's his motor. He comes and does this all over the country, and like Rob said, now we're in South Devon, or Devon somewhere.
Somewhere in Devon.
I don't know, it took us ages to get here basically. But Rob's going to be ragging this thing around. This is the first proper competitive thing he's been doing. Yep. He's not at all nervous about it. No. But the weather's looking good for it, as you can tell. So hopefully it'll be a good day, and we'll keep you updated all through the day of how he goes, and hopefully he doesn't spin it.
Okay, so as Mike said in the intro, what we're driving today is a Citroen Saxo VTR, so 1.6 engine. But if you follow me, I'll show you what it's all about. So this is the car. It's owned by a chap called Carl Rafferty, and as you can see, he's done a lot of work to it. Made it race ready for the fields. Starting off with pretty much one of the most essential things with this kind of sport, knobbly tyres. Now on this one, he's only got the knobblies on the front. He hasn't got them on the back. Other than that, if you look inside, as you can see, he's got a race seat, which you'd need, a race harness, which you definitely need, because you're going to be thrown around inside the car a little bit, and you want to be held in there. Obviously you don't want the airbag going off inside your face, so we've taken that out as well, and then pretty much stripped everything else inside to try and gain or lessen the weight of the car to get a bit more speed out of it. We've got the fire extinguisher down there as well for safety purposes. Hopefully you will never have to use that. And then Carl's actually got a sort of half roll cage in there as well at the moment. He has told me that it's not essential for the race, but we'd probably advise it just in case. It's going to obviously help you a lot if you do end up rolling the car. But other than that, the car, I think, didn't cost him any more than, say, like 500 quid, he tells me. Might have been a little bit more. But brilliant car, cheap to get into, and a really good series. So let's get her out on the track and see how she performs. Rob is fresh out the car. He's just done his first heat, which is the competitive part, and it's all being timed now. So it was a bit that made the difference. How did you feel your first proper heat went? Yeah, good. A lot better than my practice. A lot better than the sighting lap, obviously. I'm starting to get a feel for the car a bit now and the track, but I mean, like a lot of the guys have said here already, it feels like the track's changing every time you go around it, to be honest. So
yeah, the weather is drying out. The sun, as you can tell, is really quite bright now.
Yeah, it's nice weather.
Yeah, that's trying to dry it out.
It's just there's a lot of buggies going around. They're creating sort of grooves in the track. Now you can use them to your advantage, but sometimes you can't.
Yeah. Also, if you hit one fully sideways, we'll show you some footage of Carl later on from one of his last races and the previous Saxo. That's what happens when you get it wrong.
Yeah.
The rut.
Fingers crossed that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah. Well, we got 2 more heats to go.
Yeah, 2 more heats to go, and then see which was the fastest heat, really.
Yeah.
But I've definitely improved on my time, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
with
the last time we just did, you were only like a second off Carl.
Yeah.
So
and he's been doing it a lot longer than I have.
That's it, and he knows the car, so it's pretty good going.
So we're getting better each time. Much more to improve on, but yeah.
You haven't spun it, you haven't rolled it, you haven't crashed it.
Looking smooth, but apparently in autocross that's not necessarily a good thing. So
yeah, so it's got knobbly front tyres on it, and a bit more like motocross, where sometimes you want to keep the wheels spinning, and that will keep flicking the dirt out of between the tyres. So then sometimes you want to keep the wheels spinning. It's not like circuit driving where you want to be smooth and stay without getting it out of shape, sort of thing. But that's a whole different thing of learning.
Yeah,
really. It's a big learning curve.
It's almost like you got to sort of chuck away what you know about going around a track, a normal track, and relearn your racing lines and everything. But we're doing well. We're getting there, and hopefully we can get some better times going forward.
And you're enjoying it. That's the main thing.
That's the main thing. Yeah.
We'll crack up in a minute, and then we'll let you know how we get on a bit further down the line.
Let's go. Carl just he's just out doing his heat number 3, last heat of the day. It's looking good. At the top sort of left-hand camber corner, come around there, he was watching, and all of a sudden he just stopped and had to pull in the infield. It turns out that the fuel line has come loose, pissing fuel everywhere. So got it back. Carl's going to jack her up, see what the problem is, and fingers crossed he'll be able to fix it up ready for my last heat, but we'll have to wait and see, so we'll let you know.
Saviour of all race parts. Rob's managed to get back. He's done his last heat thanks to the temporary repair that the guys carried out on a car on a fuel line that had popped off, as you can hear him fixing in the background. Now they're doing more of a permanent repair because they've got to race it tomorrow. But Rob's managed to get his last heat done, which still went pretty well considering.
Yeah, it was good. I couldn't really get my fastest lap going because there's a lot of ruts sort of forming in the track, so I was struggling to get a really fast lap. But I managed to get a good consistent heat. I think it was my fastest heat that I've done today as well. So
yeah, when you combine all the laps together, it was still pretty.
So
it was still faster than your others.
So it was good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, and it turned into a really nice day as well. So it's all been pretty good.
Even
still
better.
You can't have a bit of racing without a bit of drama.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's always good.
Yeah,
it makes good TV.
Yeah, that's it. But that's just it for the day. The guys are going to carry on racing again tomorrow, and there's a few other people joining in as well. Yeah, they'll be done.
Yeah, so I just want to say a big thanks to Carl Rafferty for letting me use his car today. Sure, I'll owe him a few beers because of it. But if you like the video, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and as always, we'll see you next time.